Hey y'all, it's your boy Big Mike. You know that dude you be seeing on the streets and be like, hey, ain't that dude that be doing them YouTube videos? Yeah, that's me. For today's topic, we're going to be talking about minimum wage in Tennessee. And while I do it, I'm going to be having some breakfast burritos that I have here. And you have to excuse me for a second. I got to feed my face because it's after 12 p.m. and I haven't had anything to eat today. I just got finished watching the live stream for my cousin's funerals. I had two of my cousin's sons that died in a house fire about a month ago, and they just had the funeral today. So, just bear with me on that. It's a horrible thing to lose your kids and something horrific as a house fire. That was just some of the most devastating news that I had heard. The kids are supposed to bury the parent, not the other way around. So my heart is like seriously going out to my cousin and his wife's. I don't know if they got divorced or not, but the mother of his kids. So y'all keep me and my family in prayers about that situation. But as you can see from the thumbnail, that Tennessee's minimum wage hasn't changed since 2018, and it's only $7.25 that I legally just have to pay for a minimum wage. Now, when I had my first job, minimum wage was $3.85. This was like 32 years ago, and that was when I was living in Michigan. I don't know what the minimum wage was in Tennessee, but from then to now, it hasn't jumped up that much. I did a little research, and back in 1972, minimum wage was $1.60. And I don't know how, even back then, with the cost of living being lesser than what it is now, how people survived off $1.60 with 40 hours of work during the week or whatever. So it seems like it's almost impossible for somebody to just get by on $7.25. Like in different states, like the minimum wage, I believe in Tennessee, in Michigan now is like more than like $14 or something. I don't know why it's more than double up there, but my cousin, she says after like 60 days that she gets bumped up to like $18 an hour, and I'm like, wow. And this $1.60 back then was the equivalent of making $10.85. So I'm like, what is the $7.25 supposed to be? Like, that's no, it seems like slave wages to me or something. I mean, I'm not gonna have a real big, huge brick and mortar staff. I'm gonna be working out of a cloud kitchen, which is just basically you being able to pick it up, or you can have your food delivered to you. There's no actual no seating, no, for as far as dine in or anything like that. And I know even some teenagers that aren't going to just work for $7.25. So I've just been wanting to know what is a more appropriate ways to pay employees to cook food in Tennessee. It's like I looked up this comparison wage, and they were suggesting like $15 and some change. Which no, I had the last time I had a job, I was working in Michigan, and it was like at a Denny's or whatever. And like I said, that was like back in 2000 when I had that job. I've had other jobs since then, you know, with me with me living in Tennessee, but that was the highest paying wage that I had as a cook. But no, let's just leap forward, a couple of years, and just wanted to know what a manager, owner of a restaurant should be paying his employees. I was trying to call some other restaurants and find out what they're paying their, you know, their top cooks or whatever, and no one was able to help me out with, how they pay their fresh employees, not the ones that been working there for a minute. But no, either way, it's just like I want to pay cooks according to their experience or whatever. Because it's like if you know how to use certain utensils, like say for instance, you got this big industrial sized kitchen fryer, and there's a process on how clean it and change out the oil and stuff like that. And if you already know how to do this, then it takes less time for me to have you be trained on certain things like that. So if you're skilled with using different kinds of cooking utensils and stuff like that, you deserve a higher wage. And that's where my problem is coming in at. Not just that I don't know what what they deserve as far as what they've made in previous jobs, but what I'm going to pay them. So if y'all could just like give me some suggestions, if you have any culinary background and what you think a starting wage should be, hit me up in the comment section and let me know below. It's just like I want my employees to feel that they're getting paid what they're worth. I know what it feels like to have other people get hired in and they make more than you, or they rub shoulders with the managers and stuff like that better and get promotions, and you just feel like you're getting like looked over when you're doing basically the same job cooking. They become crew leaders and all these other different kind of positions that no, I'm just speaking from my experience. I worked at this restaurant called Little Caesars. Was my first job that I've ever had, and I seen people come in and they know started at the same ways that I did, and just were just buddy with the managers and stuff like that, and became crew leaders and then managers. And I'm like, am I not showing initiative or something over here? I come in on time and do my job just like everybody else. But I don't know. It's just like I said, when you feel like you're not a valued employee, your work habits kind of become a little sinister. I don't care if it's at a restaurant or you work in an office, you're gonna just, from my inside looking out, just look for other means of compensation if you're not getting the dollar amount that you think you deserve. You might be stealing pens and paper and stuff like that from the office, and using the company phone, running up their phone bill. But it's like when I was looking at just how people you know acted in a restaurant point of view. It's just like people were eating food and giving food to the other restaurants around the surrounding area where I worked was at. It's inside an airport or whatever, and they would like trade different kind of items and stuff like that, and it gets ugly. I mean, we were supposed to be paying, getting a discount on our food and stuff like that, and I think it was like 50% or half off or whatever, and people just like overlooked these rules for because they just didn't feel like they were getting what they deserve. And it's a whole lot for a owner to consider when paying their employees. It's a lot to look at. Like when you're in a restaurant, you gotta basically sell your food or any kind of products more than what you paid for it, or you're not gonna get that much of or any profit, because it's like you gotta pay the employees and then buy the groceries and then pay for the utilities, lights or electricity and water and stuff like that. It's not free. So let's just say, for instance, I'm selling this steak with a salad and a baked potato and a roll, and it costs me like, let's just say, $12 for this upscale T-bone steak or filet mignon or whatever. It costs, like, let's just say $12, and for the sides with the salad and the roll and the baked potato, I'll just even that out to $25. Just it's just a complete meal, and then if you want extra like dessert, it's going to cost even more. But let's just say $20. Excuse me, $20. Out that $20, you gotta pay for your employees and their wage, and just like I said, the electricity bill, and you got to buy groceries all over again. So all that has to be taken into consideration. Got to pay myself too. I have to have a salary, and my bills got to be paid just like my employees do. I got a truck payment. It's $400. I got a phone bill, just like everybody else. I like to go shopping and buy clothes and buy groceries for my house. So when you go and fill out an application and you want to come work for me, you got to be very thorough in the amount that you're asking for, and then take into consideration when I do a background check and see what your previous employer paid you, and come up with a dollar amount that I feel comfortable paying you because, like I said, you have to show me that you deserve whatever it is, the wage that you're asking for. So, I mean, it's just, it is what it is. You just, you come to the interview and you come prepared to work because you got to fill out your W two forms and all that, and then I'm going to give you an on the spot interview as far as not just telling me about your work history, but I want an actual physical demonstration of if you're able to use these excuse me, these kitchen utensils before you even get the job. Like it seems like common knowledge to know how to just scramble an egg and make an omelet, or just anything recipe related or whatever. But you have to show me that you know how to do this, not just say, okay, you do it like this and this and this. Talk, tell me how it's done or whatever, because I know how I want it done. But the way you demonstrate or describe how you do a certain task and then how you physically do it is a little different. On your application, you might say, I know how to make a hollandaise sauce from scratch. And then when you get in my kitchen and you start burning up stuff, I have to be like, I know I'm not paying you, let's just say 12, $14 an hour, and you're burning up stuff, but on your application, you said you know how to do this. So you better be ready when you come and work for me. I'll fire you quicker than I hired you. You just start tearing up equipment, which you're supposed to be having all this experience. And I'm again looking back at my experience where when I was working in this Little Caesars, we used to like make dang near everything from scratch. The lasagna, the cut the cheese. I mean, it came already processed, but we still had to chop it up and use this big um grinder that we also cooked, made the dough in, and everything just started coming processed. Like we used to make the sauce, like empty these big cans of tomato paste and then put the seasoning in there and then add water and stir it up, and then all of that came pre-packaged. Like the dough came frozen and the cheese came pre-cut, and everything just, it was, to make our jobs easier. But all of this was coming from the headquarters factory and stuff also. So it's just like whatever made our job easier is what the manager is supposed to do, the owner. But yeah, just give me your idea on, just what are cooks making. If you live in Tennessee, give me an idea of what I should be paying my starting employees. Once they prove to me that they actually know how to work in a kitchen, use all the utensils and everything, and they're coming to work on time, and show me they know what they're doing, then I wouldn't have no problem giving them a higher wage. No, 6 months down the line, or probably sooner. I mean, just hard work deserves to get paid. That's the kind of employer that I want to be. So with that being said, I mean, this is just what's on my head with me trying to become an entrepreneur and follow my dreams of owning my own restaurant business, and hopefully it'll grow into me having my own brick and mortar and won't have to work out of a cloud-based kitchen. But you gotta crawl before you walk, they say. So I'm starting small, working my way up, hopefully to a franchise to where I have at least one location in all 50 states. Excuse me, but yeah, that's pretty much where my head is at with it right now. Comment below, hit the thumbs up on this video, and if you haven't subscribed to my YouTube channel, subscribe to my YouTube channel. I greatly appreciate it. Y'all have a nice day. See you next Thursday.